Hello. This is Nikki of Bubble Babes Bath Company and also of Bubble Babes University. You could join us on Instagram and on Facebook at Bubble Babes University. All of the links will be down below. Today's video, we are going to make custom product boxes, and you can use this for any shape box that you would like. It's very quick, simple, and easy, and the supplies do not cost much at all. All information and products will be listed below in the description box, and if you have any questions, please post below. And before we go any further, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you put the notifications on so that you know the next time that we post videos. Okay, so we are going to go to blank templates, and I already know what my workable space is. My workable space is a 2x2, and so I'm just going to type that in. Here it is right here. I'm going to take the 2x2 and I'm going to design my label within this space. And if you're using a rectangle box, just make sure that you find something as close to that as possible. If not, you can custom create your label in Silhouette. So what we're going to do here is we're going to design our label in Maestro, and then we're going to bring it over into Silhouette. I rather purchase full-size labels as opposed to purchasing a 2x2 label, and I'm only able to use that on 2x2 products. So that's just a little tip for you. So I'm going to design my label in here. Now, if you would like to learn how to design your labels, I think I have a video about that, but you just put all your pertinent information in here. You put your logo, you put what you want to put, some images behind there, you put the title of your product, you put the how much is inside your product, how much it weighs, your website, all that information. My label's already designed, so I'm going to just open mine up. All right, so this is my label. So what I'm going to do with my label is you want to, after you design your label, you want to save it. So after you save your label, let me just save that just in case. Save your label, and then we're going to go right here to export. We're going to export, and we're going to put single design. We do not want to put a full sheet. You don't want to download the full sheet because it will download it in a PDF, and your Silhouette is not going to be able to use a PDF document. So we want this to be in a JPEG format. Now, if you want your label to have the outline like this here on Maestro, you see how you can see the black label on, the black outline on the outside. If you want that there, then right here where it says label die line, you change that and you put it on. If you do not want that there, you just keep that off, and then you just press export design. It's going to download, and wherever your computer downloads your images, that's where you'll go to find it. Sometimes, most times, it's at the bottom of your screen. So what you can do is you can drag and drop it. So I have Silhouette open already. It's right here. I'm going to go back into right here at the bottom where it downloaded the image for me. Go right here, drag and drop it, and put it there. If it does not, if you cannot do it that way and you have to import it, just go into your library and just import it over. As you can see, the label is too big, so we need to make the label the size that we need. Now remember, it is a 2x2. So what we're going to do is go right here into the shape tools, the drawing tools, and we're going to click the draw a rectangle, and we want to create a square. It does not have to be perfect, because at the top where it says width and height, we can go up here and change it. So we're going to change that into a 2.000, and then we're going to do the same thing for the height, 2.000, and then we're going to press enter, and it should give us a square. And now we want to use the select tool, click your graphic, and we want to change that into a 2.000 so it can match the shape that you just drew, 2x000. Enter, it'll change it. Drag it over into your square, or drag the square over, however you want to do it. It's still going to do the same thing. Make sure that it's centered, and we want to highlight it, highlight both of them, group it so that when we move it, the entire thing moves. So we have that. Now, in order for us to print and for the the silhouette to register the lines, you have to put registration marks. So we're going into the registration marks right here. We want to turn it on. And as you can see, you see your registration marks right here. That is so your sensors can find where the paper is, so that it can cut your labels properly. So what you want to do is take your inset and move it all the way over to the left, so that you have a lot more workable space. According to all tutorials, you're not supposed to put anything into the gray spaces. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this over into the out of the gray space, but into the into the cuttable space, I guess we could say. Now we're going to go into send, just to check to see if it's highlighted in the right places. And we're going to see a bright red outline, and we'll know that's the part that's going to cut. So anything that's bright red is going to be the part that cuts. All right, so that is accurate. So we know that that's fine. We're going to go back into design. Now, since we are making a product box, we need a front label and we also need a back label. So I'm going back into Maestro and open up my back labels. Back label. Now I designed my labels already, so you guys can design your labels how you want. You can put a blurb, how to use your product, the ingredients, how long you can have it for until it expires, where it's made, and my social media. That's all of the things that I have on the back of this label. We're going to repeat the process that we did before. We're going to save it, and then we'll export single design. We do not want to put the die line there. We're going to export it. It's going to show up at the bottom of the screen, and we're just going to drag and drop this into Silhouette right on the same page. And we're going to repeat the process with the box. You create your box, and oh, got it. Don't worry about that. We can change that. I'm going to click the box up here at the top, change that 2.000, same thing, 2.000. Now remember, if you have a rectangle, make sure that you put enter your dimensions in there properly, because you know, if you don't cut it right, you're going to mess up the whole label. So just make sure you do that. Click the graphic, make sure the graphic is 2 inches to 2.000, 2.000. Bring it over to the center and group it. And move this over. Now, this next step is optional. You don't necessarily have to do this. I created a cigar band on a cigar band for this that tells you the scent or the flavor of the product. And I did that because I had some extra space on here, and you want to utilize all the space that you can on your sticker paper, because you don't want to just be throwing paper away, you know, so utilize it as much as you can. So I created cigar bands to put on the top of the box. So what you can do here is you can either do a full page of the front, a full page of the back, and a full page of the cigar bands, or you can fit them all here, play Tetris, and fit as many as you can on here and print it out that way. It's totally up to you the way you want to do it. And we're just going to repeat the same process. Again, I created mine already. So this is the peach. This is my cigar band. I had wrote down my measurements already for this. This label is a 4-inch by 0.75. And you just want to transfer that over. So this is already saved and everything. We're going to download this, export it same way, and drag and drop it over to Silhouette. Now we're going to go into the drawing tools. Click rectangle. And again, size doesn't matter. You fix it up here at the top. I'm going to I'm going to select the select tool before I create a bunch of squares and boxes. Okay, so my measurements are 4.318 for the cigar band, and the height is 0.696. Press enter. Repeat the same with your graphic. We are going to take the graphic, the cigar band graphic, and change the measurements. I have mine written down, so it's 4.318 by 0.696. And I'm going to move this over into here and make sure it's completely centered. Highlight both and group it, and then you can fit it wherever you want to fit it. And right now what you're going to do is just play Tetris with the labels, so you can make, fill up as much as you can in this area. Fill up as much of the sheet as you can so that you can get the most out of your sticker paper. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave this right here. What you want to do is make sure that everything that you want cut is highlighted. You don't want anything inside your label cutting, because then it's going to ruin the label. So we just want the outline, and we're just going to check that right now, and everything looks good. So now that everything looks good, just copy and paste as many times as your labels will fit. I already have something here. This is how mine fit. As you can see, I still have a little bit of space here. I should probably put some lips or something here to fill this up. But what we're going to do is send this to your printer, and you just go to File, go to Print, and make sure that whatever kind of paper that you're working with, that you put that into your print so you can maximize on your printing. I'm using just regular plain matte paper from Avery, so it's kind of similar to regular printing paper. So I'm just going to print this on normal. When you go to print, it'll go to your settings, and you print. Select your printer. If you have to change your preferences, that means your paper and the quality of the ink, then you go here and you do that. I'm going to leave it on plain paper, and depending on you, I'm leaving it on normal, but you can put it on best if you want. Draft is going to make it look like a copy, so you don't want it to be draft, especially since this is your product box. So I'm going to keep it on normal, and I'm going to print it this way. But if you're using glossy paper or you're using vinyl paper or whatever, just make sure that you change it accordingly, and then you just print it. And after you print this out, we will send it to the mat and cut it. What I like to do, and I'm going to give you this information ahead of time, what I like to do is I like to cut my entire label out. So when I cut my entire label out, I like to put my settings right here at cardstock textured 80 pounds, because this cuts out the entire label and it doesn't leave anything. But if you want to kiss cut it and leave the paper backing, so all you have to do is peel the sticker off the paper and it all stays intact, you can go to sticker paper, and over here you just put whatever material it is. So sticker paper white, sticker paper clear, whatever you're using, you can put it right here. Okay, so we're printing. Okay, so now what we're going to do from here, we're just going to take a regular pair of scissors. We're going to cut this out, and just to see if the dimensions are correct and if we need to make any adjustments. The boxes that I'm using are boxes from Uline. These are a size 2x2x2. These boxes are a little thicker. They're sturdier. They're not so much like light gift boxes. These are very sturdy, and they're not very glossy. So these are the boxes that I use. And also the labels that I'm using today are from Avery. These are the matte white paper. It's just like regular printer paper, except it has the sticker on the back. I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, oh, there it is, laser jet and inkjet. So you can use this on the laser printer, or you can use it on the inkjet printer. So if you're looking for something a little more glossy, this one is not it. Maybe you want to get a glossy label from Avery, but this I think was $19 or something like that. So it was really reasonably priced for 100 sheets. You can't really see the difference between the gloss and the matte. I mean, you can, but it's not obvious. So you don't need to necessarily go out and get super glossy labels because of this box, not this Uline box. Now if you got your boxes from like Paper Mart or something like that, they really have the glossy boxes. So it depends on where you're getting your boxes. So you put a label here and you're putting a label on the back. So the part you know that you're putting your labels on is the part where it folds to the back and the part where it tucks in. The scissors, and we're going to cut just to make sure that we have the proper measurements. And we just want to make sure that that fits. And it looks like that's good. This one is going to go here. That looks good. There's nothing off the side. It's perfectly flush with that. So that is looking good. So that's perfect to cut. We also, I'll open this box that's already stickered. Like I said, any information that you want to put on there, you can. And that looks perfect. So we're good to go to cut. Let's print out a page of this and get going. Alright, so now I'm going to take it to the cutting mat. Now I like to use mine the opposite side of where the hole is because for some reason it reads better. This is, I think, a Cricut mat, and so when you line it up the other way, it doesn't read it really good. So every time I do that, it kind of cuts it off. So yeah, just make sure all of this lines up perfectly so that your lines can be straight. And make sure you don't rub too much where the registration marks are, because blurred lines will cause the registration sensor to not read it. So we're going to just take this and put this now in through the silhouette. It looks like everything cut good. And I'm not going to stick the cigar band on because I'm not putting anything in it, but you just peel your sticker off, put it here, and you have a finished box. And that is how you create your own custom product boxes. This one has product in it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them below in the comments. And also don't forget, subscribe, like the video, and set your notifications so you can be informed of the next time we the next time we post a video. Join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube Live, where we will be discussing a new business topic every week. And remember, it would only be up for 24 hours. So with that being said, I will see you on the next video. If you have any ideas of any videos or any topics you would like us to discuss or shoot a video on, please post that also below, and we will see you the next time. Bye.